Hey everybody, what is going on? You just realized I have another video today, kind of my first video probably. I've been recording a little bit, but I think I'm going to upload this one first. And I kind of just really wanted to talk about my channel a little bit and kind of some pretty cool stuff or some interesting things in the gaming world or gaming community that's happening this week, that happened last week, and that has happened over the weekend and whatnot. So first and foremost, I'm pretty much making kind of an entertainment channel as a whole, not necessarily just gaming, although majority of the things I will be doing is gameplay uploads and live comms, maybe even some live streams on Twitch. I've been doing live streaming for a couple months now, on and off, so I might continue on with that. I used to be live streaming just off of my Xbox. I recently just built a custom PC, and in another video I'll kind of probably go over that PC and I'll kind of show it to you guys. But before I was running an Alienware laptop, and that was going on 5 years old. It had a GTX like 765M in it, which is it's not terrible, but it couldn't play the majority of games anymore. I don't know if it was just driver support wasn't that great anymore, which I'm assuming that was the case. But nevertheless, I finally built my own PC. I built it myself. After a lot of research and watching a lot of videos, it's not perfect. And when I show you the video, I'll actually show you the PC, and I might even take it. I'll take the side panels off, and we'll have a look inside. I'm really happy with it. It cost me quite a bit of money, but we can discuss that in the later video. So, yeah. So it's mostly going to be an entertainment channel of sorts. I'm going to be doing maybe some game reviews, some movie reviews, some talk about movies and TV shows and stuff like that. I'm going to be experimenting with a lot of different content, but primarily I'm going to be playing games, and that's a lot easier now with PC. And I get to play one of the, here, I'll throw it up right here. I get to play one of the 154 Steam games I have that some of them I haven't been able to play. Some of them I got in bundles and stuff, like, I don't know, like Tomb Raider. I got a Square Enix bundle that came with Tomb Raider, Hitman, Deus Ex, like all of them. So, I got a lot of games. I don't have a lot of them installed. I have 27 of them installed, and some are like Telltale, like parts, because I absolutely love Telltale games. But, yeah, I got a whole bunch of games that I can now play. And do some videos for, so that's pretty cool. So I just want to kind of talk about some cool stuff that's going on. So recently, I've been playing, so on my Xbox, I played non-stop Rainbow Six Siege. I had the complete edition. I bought the game like probably 3 times, because I got rid of my Xbox once. I got rid of it, then I got rid of Rainbow Six, and then I got a new Xbox. It's a long story. But I paid for it 3 times, well 4 times now because I got it on PC. But yeah, so my buddy, whom I play Siege with all the time, he kind of convinced me to get it on PC, so I did. So I've been playing non-stop that since I built the PC, which is a couple weeks ago. It's a lot different than console. It's better, and I'm getting pretty decent at it. I had a lot of experience on console, so I mean I know how to play. It's just the controls and stuff, but you get used to it really quickly. But yeah, so I want to talk about Year 2 Season 2, which was supposed to be Hong Kong. And now this is kind of old news. This happened this happened 4 days ago, something like that. But basically, Ubisoft is pushing the Hong Kong season, and if you don't know what that means, basically, there's 4 seasons in each year. So it's year 2 now of the game. So they released basically a second season's pass. Now the season's pass, you don't need it to get all the content. It's kind of like if you have the season's pass, you get the content a week early than people who don't have it. And then you also get like some in-game currency booster, and I'm pretty sure you get something called Rainbow Six credits in-game, which is like the currency you have to pay for with real world money. But even that, like microtransactions in the game, it's all cosmetic. There's nothing that affects the game. It's very balance isn't the word. There's some balancing issues that need to be addressed, but There's nothing that you can do as a player to make your odds better in the game, unless you practice and you're just really good. It's all, you know, skill based. At least that's what everyone wants it to be. Now the game's kind of broken in some different aspects. I'll kind of get to that. I'm going to spend probably the majority of the time. There's a lot to go through on this, so let's talk about it real quick. So they pushed Year 2 Season 2, which was titled Hong Kong. Titled, I mean, they didn't have the actual title out for it yet, but basically there's 2 operators, both from Hong Kong Special Forces, and then there's a Hong Kong map, and then some new weapons for those operators. And they pushed that back till August, so they moved everything down one, and they got rid of Year 2 Season 4, which was Poland. And they kind of got rid of it, kind of didn't. They got rid of the season itself, and they divided the operators. So in August, when Year 2 Season 3 comes out, which is the Hong Kong operators, it's going to be 2 Hong Kong operators and 1 Polish Grom operator. And then the next season, it's going to be 2 South Korean operators and the second Polish Grom operator. But they scrapped the Polish map altogether. So with each season, they release a new map that takes place in that country. But the map itself is not part of the season's pass. The maps are completely free for everybody. So people who were really upset about kind of feeling like they were getting ripped off and not getting the content that they bought, you're still getting the content, you're just not getting it in the way that was initially displayed for you. You know, initially they said this is how they're going to do. They have a roadmap, and we'll get down to that here in a bit. Actually, this is pretty good to start here. If we look at the roadmap, so this is Velvet Shell, which is the GEO operators, and then this is where my cursor is, where it says Operation Health. This is where Hong Kong, right here, the red one, was supposed to be, and then Korea, the green one, was supposed to be here, and then there's supposed to be a Polish one, but they scrapped the Polish one. And they scrapped the map. And they did it because they wanted to do something called Operation Health, which is basically taking 3 months to fix the game, to dedicate 3 months and all of their resources and assets to fixing the game. And now a lot of people were kind of upset about this. There's a lot of conflictions with it, but there's a lot of opinions about it. Some people, like myself, agree that this should already been happening in the background. I was kind of upset because now they're going 3 more months without new content. And each season, there's like a new title card at the main menu, and it's nice to just refresh and everything, and have some new operators and a new map, some new weapons, and then like people creating new tactics and new ways to counter new operators and stuff like that. So there's there's a satisfying feeling when there's a new season, because everyone's on the same playing field. They all have to learn these new operators and how they, operate, for lack of a better term. But then I kind of read into it a little bit. And when I read into it, it made sense to me. And I think in the long run, it's going to be better for the game. Now, there's going to be a huge player drop-off in the next 3 months. I can already tell. But I think that it will extend the game's lifespan for years to come, because this is definitely a game where the game itself looks gorgeous, so you have no problems in that department for people saying it looks outdated and it's not going to hold up well in a couple years. I think games are kind of near its peak graphics wise without it looking too realistic to the point where people don't want it to look like that. It kind of might have the soap opera effect where it looks too real, and people kind of don't like that. They kind of want it to look like a game, but look like a very good game. That's just my opinion. Everyone has their own. I think Rainbow Six Siege looks amazing. So in the graphics department, it's not gonna lose. It's not gonna lose anything there, because it looks great and it's gonna last for years and years and years to come. But that all depends on how Ubisoft handles the next 3 months here, because this could make it or break it, I think. Because, they're going to lose so many players because they're not getting new content. They're going to get bored of it. So let's kind of go over this. Now there's 3 pillars to Operation Health. So let's go over them. So this happens each month. So this one's gonna happen May. This one's gonna be June. This one's gonna be July. There's probably gonna be some overlap and such because they gotta finish stuff, start stuff up, and it's probably, I mean, 2 is probably, you know, this one right here is probably gonna be worked on here and stuff like that. Basically, they want all of this done by August. Is what I interpret it as. So there's gonna be something called one-step matchmaking. So basically, right now in Rainbow Six Siege, you will click, casual, and it will find, it'll go like, you'll go into a lobby, and then someone will join under you, and another person will join, and another person will join the other team, and you'll see them all joining, and it takes some time. Usually it takes, like, their servers have been they've been really, really bad lately, so that sometimes it takes 2 or 3 minutes to find a game, and that's when you have to find a game every couple times you play, because you want to get new opponents and new teammates, or you just don't like the people you're playing with, so you back out and try to find a fresh lobby. It's kind of annoying that you have to wait that long. So so they want to simplify that, and they want it to be faster. So basically, when you click find a match, you're gonna find that match, but it's gonna like find it in the background basically, so you're not sitting there in a lobby. You can go to the store, you can go to your like inventory and stuff like that, and kind of change your weapon skins or whatever, and then when it finds a match, it'll boot you into that match, and it'll be a full lobby right there, and you'll all be ready to go. That's what I interpret it as well as some other people online. So now there's going to be 100% server-based features. Now this is amazing because the game is so broken. A lot of it is client-based, so it's all local client-based, so a lot of it is local cached. So for instance, take this. There's a operator named Glaz who has a thermal scope. He's a sniper. Right now he's very overpowered. He needs a nerfing. Really, he really does. His thermal scope only highlights enemies. It should highlight friendlies and hostages, but everybody already knows that, and we'll kind of get to that when we hit number 3 over here, kind of bug fixes and stuff like that. It's kind of a bug in some people's eyes. But take this. So he has a thermal scope, so he throws a gas grenade. Nobody can see him, but he can see any enemies in his line of sight, right? Now that gas grenade might not render the way it does for the person playing Glaz as it will for the person on the other side of that smoke, the opponent. And that kind of means a lot of different things. That means that smoke grenade is useless. It blocks your sight and they can still see you. Now I'm not sure how much that happens. It does happen though. I've seen it happen. It's happened to me. And a good way to tell is, the kill cam, the last, like the round winning kill or whatever. Sometimes you'll see, like, you'd think they're covered in smoke, but they're not on their screen, and it's kind of annoying. So they kind of want to fix that, and they're going to add a dedicated voice and party system. Now I think this is just going to be for PC, just because Xbox Live and PlayStation Network have their own party systems. That's my assumption. I don't think they'll create their own. And then there's going to be faster servers, which is very nice. So it's going to have higher tick rate and improved hit registration, which is good for tactical, competitive first-person shooter. You want your hits to land, and you want them to be as accurate as possible, and you want them to register. So if you shoot someone in the chest, let's say, right now maybe that shot won't land because the servers are just so bad. So they're gonna make faster servers, which is gonna benefit everybody. So that's for May. So that's happening this month, and Operation Health probably launches on, I'm just checking my calendar here, so on the 21st and 22nd, I believe, is the Rainbow Six Invitational, blah. And then usually the next Tuesday or Wednesday right after those events, the new season launches. Usually it's Tuesday, so I'm predicting that on the 23rd of May, Operation Health will launch, and that's when technological improvement step 1 will be started. And there might be some stuff getting ready to implement right away, so that's nice. So let's move on to number 2, step 2, new development process. It's a 3-step deployment for new tech features. This isn't that big. It makes sense in my mind. It's just something that I guess they didn't have implemented. Basically, it's going to go from the technical test server, and any updates they make, any changes, then to PC, and then to console. Just to make sure it all works through each step instead of launching it worldwide on every platform and then something going wrong here and something going wrong there, you know. An on-off switch, which is fantastic. It definitely needs to happen for a game like this. Basically, they can roll back to a previous patch if the new patch they just released is unstable or something's wrong with it that's game breaking. Not even if it's game breaking, if it's just a glitch or something like that, they can roll back one day and fix that patch and relaunch it instead of taking the servers offline to fix it. So that would make server downtime happen less, which is very nice. Now there's definitely going to be server maintenance times. I'm not too sure what they are right now, but I've seen them here and there. I want to say like Tuesday afternoons they happen, but I could be wrong. I could just be crazy right there. And so that's for, supposedly that's for June. And then we're going to move on to step 3, which is bug fix sprints. So essentially they're just going to look at Reddit and forums on like Ubisoft.com or Uplay or whatever. Even just like the entertainment medium in general, so even like famous YouTubers, stuff like that. Anybody who experiences glitches or bugs, they're gonna find those bugs. Doesn't matter what site they look for it or what forum or what video they watch, they're gonna find it, and then they're gonna try to fix it. So this is really nice for smaller bugs. I can't really think of too many right now. There's like, I don't know, sometimes a game just like I basically got locked in position beside the hostage and I couldn't move at all. Like I couldn't get out, I couldn't do anything. And it was in a bad spot where I might have hit the hostage. I didn't, but it's stuff like that they want to fix and they want to work on. So that's really nice. So that's kind of Operation Health as a whole. And you can see the roadmap here. So I mean, Season 1 was Velvet Shell. That launched fine. Well, fine in lack of a better term. There were a lot of problems with Velvet Shell, but I feel like most of them have been worked out now. And then Season 2 is going to be Operation Health, which we just discussed what that entitles. And then in August, there's going to be Season 3 Hong Kong, which is 2 SDU operators, a GROM operator, a new map, and new weapons. And then every month after, there's something called mid-season reinforcements, which to my understanding is just like a big overall patch that just bug fixes and makes the game a whole lot better, and they implement a bunch of new features. Pretty sure that's when that was when Glaz got his thermal vision, was in March during the mid-season reinforcements. And then Season 4 Korea in November. It's going to be 2 707th SMB operators, if I'm reading that right. 1 GROM operator, new map, new weapons, and then mid-season in October. No, December. My bad. And then there's going to be some Pro League finals on May 21st. So there's going to, so May 21st there's going to be a panel on Operation Health, and then on May 23rd I'm going to say that's when it launches. Now people are kind of upset. They're like, why do we get a refund for the season's pass? And they're like, well, no, you're still getting all your content. You're just not getting in the way it was at first presented to you. But they are giving some cosmetic items to season pass holders. Nobody knows what that means, but Ubisoft really needs to step up their cosmetics because it's been really bad lately. It's been a lot of there's a lot of things that are just not that great. And I'm talking about Jaeger's like yellow helmet and stuff like that. Alright, well that's kind of what I wanted to talk about here. I'm going to make another video probably going over some other topics. Just because I don't want this to be too long. I didn't realize that Operation Health would be such a big conversation. But that is fine. That's fine by me. So that's Operation Health as a nutshell. There's still a lot more to learn about it over the next week and a half. So any updates I'm going to try to update you guys on as fast as possible and kind of get some more content out there about this. And look forward to some Rainbow Six Siege gameplay, because I love that game to heart, and I've been getting some really awesome hits and kills and some clips, but just didn't record for it. So I'm gonna get Shadowplay up and kind of capture those moments and put them all together. Because there's sometimes you get really bad games, and then other times you just do amazing. So that's going to be it for now, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoy. Please come back next time when we talk about some other topics up here if you haven't read them. And that'll be it for now. Bye, guys, and have yourselves a great day.